Ja, wo war ich? Ach ja. And the Russians say you are...
Lice, gangsters, rats.
Yeah, they say that too, but what is it when you don't do what you say other people should do?
Hypocrites.
Yeah, you're hypocrites. You fought Hitler because he was against the Jews.
Oh, wait a minute. That's only one of the reasons.
Yeah, but still you hated him for it. And the Russians say in America, Jews are kept out of certain hotels and schools.
And they're right. It shouldn't be. It stinks.
Uh-huh.
But where did you find out about it?
Well, I read it in the book.
An American book?
Yeah.
Where'd you get it?
From a friend.
Where'd the soldier get it?
The PX.
Well, look, stupid, that's your answer. Here's a book that points out something pretty awful about America.
Huh?
But it's written by an American, printed in America, it's a bestseller in America, and sent here by the American government to be sold in the PXs.
Yeah?
Yeah. Look, the next time you're in the Russian sector, do me a favor, will you? Get me a copy of an anti-Russian book written by a Russian living in Russia, printed in Russia, and sent here by the Russian government. Do that, and I'll give you a month's salary. You get the point?
Now I know. In America, it is not wrong to be wrong if you say it's wrong.
What do you got stuck on your shoulders? A cantaloupe? I didn't say that. I know, but I...
Like the new look?
Just adorable, especially the midriff.
It's cold.
Well, at least you're still a sergeant. I thought maybe they shrunk you to a corporal.
I think they cleaned it with reducing pills. You did a nice job of pressing, though, don't you think?
Which one are you going out of?
107 right here.
How'd it go last night?
Very interesting.
Interesting. What'd you do, go to the library?
Yeah, we read Schopenhauer together till 6 in the morning.
Hey, Mac, what happened to you?
They sent me to the cleaners. It's amazing how much you can go through and still want to keep on living.
Yeah. I guess it hasn't been easy on it.
I never realized just staying alive could be a 24-hour job.
And I suppose she wanted to know all about America?
No, she didn't. She knows. She has friends who write to her from St. Louis.
Look, why don't you come, too? She's a smart dame. She pays you fast. You're a nice, sweet, intelligent, understanding schmo. So with you, she's using the slow sympathy routine. I guarantee you with me, just like that.
Why don't you stop jumping to conclusions? Or at least use them where they fit. They don't happen to fit here. Look, she's had it. So have a lot of other people in this town. But she didn't want to talk about it. I made her tell me.
Yeah, I know. You just have to drag it out of these poor people. I feel so sorry for them. Every Sunday at 4 o'clock, I come here and bleed. You know, there are some things they just can't stand to talk about, like Rotterdam and Warsaw and Coventry and Lidice and Belsen and Dachau and Buchenwald. Did she talk to you about these things? No! This is something that happened 10,000 years ago. That the Germans never heard of. That they can't remember. But they didn't get meat last week. This they remember, and this they feed to suckers like you.
Oh. What am I supposed to do? Blame all that on a girl who was, what, 15 at the time?
I've been trying to tell you ever since I...
Got holes in them.
That's late, you lug.
Hey, you think this is big enough for Boyka?
Now, with her, you better buy two and sew them together.
Don't you have any with perfume on them?
Say, lady, could you model these for me, please?
I'll take the white one.
Weather. Closed now and will be until this afternoon. You get off about 1300.
Okay. You can go to town to see her, but keep checking the weather.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You should have took off in a hurry. By the time I get in from the shack, you were gone.
You going to town?
No, I just wanted to talk to you.
I got to talk to somebody else.
That's what I want to talk to you about.
What about
I've been delivering your cigarettes and blouses and stockings and coffee. I just wanted to see you get your money's worth. So far, you haven't been. Maybe you better look at this.
What? What is this?
A little further down, you'll see that that husband of hers was in the SS. In the early days, those boys weren't drafted.
Where'd you get this?
I figured her for a phony right from the start. A friend of mine in the document center looked up the file on her. On the next page, you'll find out that wonderful father of hers never saw a university. Had a little dough, wanted to keep it, so he played ball with the boys. Walked out on her mother in '39 because she happened to be Polish. Nice guy.
It's true. All of it. And there are many other things I lied to you about that are not on that paper.
Why?
Why? What I told you is maybe what I wish had happened.
What your husband did and what your father did, that wasn't your fault. But why did you lie to me about them?
Perhaps to make you more sympathetic. When you have to live by the generosity of others, you learn to make yourself pitiful and brave. When you live in a sewer, you soon discover that the sewer rat is best equipped to survive. Well, look around you, Danny. That's why we lie. To escape from it for even a moment now and then.
Aber sie zum 6
We've been here longer than 6 months already.
How do you like that? I've been home 3 weeks and didn't know it.
Morning.
Good morning, sir. Excuse me, sir.
What can I do for you, Sergeant?
I'd like to apply for permission to marry a German civilian, sir.
I've discovered, Sergeant, that all such applications made at 8:30 in the morning are always canceled a few days later. Why don't you wait till about 5 this afternoon?
Well, it's not like that, sir. I was on duty last night.
Oh. Well, I guess I can dispense with the talk I give the kids. I guess you're old enough to know your own mind. Ask the sergeant. He'll give you the necessary papers, and I'll go over the case as soon as you fill them out. But you must remember, Sergeant, that if and when I give my permission, the marriage cannot take place until 30 days before your departure.
I understand that, sir. I noticed by the paper this morning rotation is starting. Is there any indication of when my number might come up?
That's all pretty new. But I wouldn't count on anything for less than 60 days.
Thank you, sir. Boy, you ground grippers have sure got it tough. I don't know how you stand it.
Just grit your teeth. You get used to it. Want a cup of coffee?
No, I can't. I gotta get back. They're trying to make the turnaround in 14 minutes. Will you take this, give it to Frederica. The paper she's got to fill out.
Sucker, why don't
Look,
you...
the only permission I need is from my squadron commander, not from you. Will you deliver it?
If it clears up, I will. If not, I'll give it to Gertie.
You mean to say, in America, if you want to go from one place to another, you don't have to have permission from the authorities?
No, all you need is a train fare. Just pack a bag and go.
Unwahrscheinlich. But in Europe, it is not so easy to work together like that.
You Krauts wouldn't try to give the world a hot foot every 25 years. It might be.
Look, even just in Western Europe, we have so many different peoples, different languages, different customs. Well, it would be impossible.
What do you mean, impossible?
All right, suppose you take an island. And on it you put Germans and French, huh? And English and Irish, and Jews and Poles
You don't
and
have to
Italians.
take a cook's tour. I get the idea. What are you trying to say?
Well, what would happen with all these people on the same island? In 5 minutes, they'd kill each other.
When they made Snow White, they should have got you for Dopey. Ever hear of a place called Manhattan?
Manhattan, yeah?
Yeah, it's an island, part of New York City,
Oh,
just
yeah,
like
yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about. 12 miles long and 3 miles wide. Now, you know what we got in New York? We got more Irish than they have in Dublin, more Jews than there are in Palestine, more Germans than you got in Dusseldorf, and more Italians than they have in Naples. Plus 500,000 Poles besides the Swedes, the Greeks, and the French. They all get along all right. No, I'm not saying they love each other, but they've learned to live together.
This is true?
No. We built New York just for propaganda. Nobody lives there. It's inhabited by... Hey, Stever!
Ah,
Guten Tag, Herr Stieber.
guten Tag, Frau Engane.
Hi. Will you give this to Frederica? It's from Danny.
Yes, that's certainly.
Okay.
Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen, Wiedersehen. Was kostet das?
Oh, haben Sie was für mich dabei?
Nein, nur für Frau Burkhardt.
Ja, herein?
Hier sind 2 Briefe für Sie. Der hier ist von Danny. Sergeant Kowalski hat ihn mir eben gegeben und der kam eben mit der Post.
Oh, danke.
General Tunner's office. Yeah? Yeah, Davenport. What? Yeah, we'll be right over. Hey, Danny, they just posted the stateside list for next week. Hey, they just posted the stateside list. Come on, let's move. We all want to take a look at it. Hey, Danny, I see they got you on for Friday. Hey, let me go.
Come in. I am holding.
Sorry to bother you, sir. I just found out I'm due to go home on Friday.
So I see. Placement's coming through faster than we thought.
Yes, sir, but what about my marriage application?
I'm trying to get Berlin now to see what we can do about it. Hello? Is Major Bolt there? Major Bolt!
I can't hear you. Speak louder.
Major Bolt! Baker! Abel! Love! Tear! Yes, Bolt! These long-distance calls are murder. I think the German telephone system is made out of chicken wire. I hope we can speed up your application.
Perhaps I could go home a couple of weeks later.
Oh, no, Sergeant. That would mean 50 forms in triplicate and cost the government at least $30,000. Hello! Major Bolt? This is Major Hetzel.
Who?
Major Hetzel at Rhine, Maine.
You'll have to speak louder. I can't hear you. Yes, louder.
love, oboe, uncle, do, easy, Roger.
Okay. Now, here's the dope, Sergeant. Instead of sending your papers through the regular channels, they'll give them to your pilot on your next trip up. He will bring them to me. I will sign them in the 18 places and give them to you.
I certainly thank you, sir. But what about that month before departure regulation?
This is classified as extraordinary conditions. Circular 3, paragraph D, subsection 12. You can marry her any time before your departure time Friday.
But she lives in Berlin, sir.
I know. Get one of the off-duty engineers to ride up with you, and he can work the trip back.
Yes, thank you very, very much.
Okay. But I wish you guys would stay single.
And these shoes. Herr Stieber will be very grateful. The ones he's got are so bad.
Honey, you're talking to the guy that wore them. Well, 48 hours and we won't have to worry anymore about red tape.
What do you say?
I said... Shut up! 48 hours and we won't have any more worries about red tape. I'm coming! I guess I gotta go. Here, Doc.
Thank you.
Bye, dear. Ah! Bye, dear. See you soon. Bye. What's the five-letter word for idiot? Pilot. Sir. Let me see if I can work it out.
Well, here comes one of our pigeons home. And it looks like he's going to roost for a few days. I'm afraid not, Sergeant. It says here stateside departures will be on schedules. You will leave by train tomorrow for Bremerhaven and home by boat.
Thank you, sir.
53rd Troop Carrier Squadron, Major Hetzel speaking. Yes, sir, Colonel. Right away, sir. And we hope it will lift enough here for takeoff starting at 1200 hours, with Tempelhof partially and intermittently open starting at 1400 hours. It is important to land every ton we can, but your lives are more important. You will make your GCA approach, and when you have let down to your minimums, if you do not have sufficient visibility, pull up and come back. Taxi conditions at takeoff position here are not good. Proceed cautiously. Here is your time hack.
Okay, in 20 seconds, it will be 11:15.
What am I doing here? Today's my day off. I ought to have my head examined. What that follow-me Jeep needs is another follow-me Jeep to follow.
Tower just cleared 6-8. Hey,
Tower, this is 3-7. Our interval's up. What are you waiting for, the sun?
Tower to 3-7. Keep your shirt on. How's your visibility?
Can't complain. How's yours?
Look, wise guy, how far can you see?
Well, I can see up in the tower. What's more, you need a shave.
Okay, it's your neck. You are clear, pardon the expression, to take off.
3-7, roger. Bye-bye. We'll never get in. That's 6 misses in a row.
Well, maybe we'll be lucky. 5-5 got in.
Too thick, I guess, huh? We're down to minimums. Can you see anything?
That's my wife and 2 kids.
I don't want to be a hero. We're going home. Flaps up to 20.
Tower 3-7, fail to break through, returning Ryan, Maine, over.
20.
Roger, Big Easy 3-7 from Temple off tower, cleared to 6,500 feet, cruise 170, regional 3009, remain on this frequency, and give check call over 1C, over.
Gear up. Sorry, Mag. It's a Butte. Feathering 4. Pull the firewall shut-off valve. Cut mixture on 4. Gas off. Trail number 4. Pull the fire bottle. Switch off. Generator off. Booster off. How does it look back there?
About the same, sir. Maybe a little worse.
Do any good?
It's good, Al.
Better give him a call.
Temple off tower, this is Big Easy 3-7. Number 4 is on fire. We can't get it out. Request emergency landing instructions. Over.
Well, you don't have to look so happy about it.
Roger, Big Easy 3-7 from tower, QSY to frequency 14058 to approach control for emergency clearance, over. Emergency, do not acknowledge. Big Easy 3-7 with number 4 engine on fire will get emergency landing on runway 27 left into the west. Stand by.
Temple off airways to Big Easy 3-7. We have you identified. There's nothing between you and the slot. Crash crew standing by. Now steer left 180 degrees, bringing you on crosswind leg. Start descent to 1,500 feet, QSY to Jigsaw 140.58. Jigsaw 3-7 coming in on emergency landing. Do you have him?
Roger. Big Easy 3-7, this is Jigsaw. How do you read? Over.
Roger, Jigsaw. 3-7 reading 5x5, over.
Roger, 3-7. Understand 5x5. Make final cockpit check. Gear in the green. Now turn to a heading of 270. This is your final approach. Maintain altitude of 1,200 until further advised. 5 miles from touchdown on course. Do not acknowledge any further transmissions for the remainder of this run. You're drifting slightly left. Steer right to 273. You're approaching on course perfectly. Steer left to 271. Your new heading, 271. You're on course approaching glide path. Lose altitude at 750 feet per minute. You're on course heading 271. 1.5 mile from touchdown, on course, going 50 feet low on glide path. Approaching building area. Adjust your rate of descent. You're now 60 feet low. Still 60 feet low. Adjust your rate of descent, please. That's better. Glide path improving now. Steer right 271, 3/4 mile from touchdown. Adjust your rate of descent, please. That's it. 1/4 mile from touchdown. Approaching end of runway.
Here.
What in the rain? I just been promoted. Stop running like a tunnel. Get out of here.
I've been looking all over for you.
Danny!
Hi.
But today like this, how could you possibly
Honey, we're getting married today. We haven't got time for this kind of thing.
But tell me, how...
No, quiet. Just listen. We got to move fast. I got to get to the consulate right away and get some paper stamped. But look, you got to go home, get dressed, and meet me as soon as you can at the Temple of Burgermeister. Hank and Gerda will be there. They're our witnesses. Now, where's your stuff?
There.
Come on, open the door.
Come in.
Get your coat on. We got to be witnesses at a funeral. Mac's marrying that dame. Don't just stand there. Come on, look alive. Get moving.
I don't feel like going.
I don't feel like going. Look, I don't care what you feel like. Get your coat on.
You treat me just like my father did. Get your coat on. Do this, do that. Keep quiet. Sit down. Stand up. I'm tired of it, and I'm not going to stand for it anymore.
What's the matter? You plastered or something? What have you been drinking?
Words. Good words. I've been reading this. Your Constitution. The Bill of Rights. What Lincoln said and Wilson and Roosevelt.
No, don't let it go to your head.
And after what I read, I see something now. You are a disgrace to America, and they shouldn't send people like you here.
No, enough is enough. Who do you think you're talking to?
It doesn't matter.
Well,
I can say what I want. Article 1 says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That's what it says, you big, stupid jackass.
One more crack like that, and so help me, I'll knock you from here to Potsdam.
All right, go ahead. Hit me, you stormtrooper.
No, wait a minute. You're not yelling at some crummy crowd, you know. I'm the guy that brings you the cigarettes and the candy and the soap and the stockings and the
I'm
coffee.
sick of you and your coffee. Get out of here, I'll have you thrown out.
Why, you-
And I got the perfect right to. Article 3 says, no soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. Now get out and stay out and don't go because of
Baby, now you got it. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Don't let anybody push you around, not even me. That's democracy. Now you got it.
You can take your cigarettes and your candy and...
That's it, baby. Keep pitching. Hit the bullseye and you get your first paper. Yes, come on. You're a citizen, honey.
Take your spam and your spam.
Gerda, please put your coat on, baby. We'll be late.
Ja?
Ach, Frau Burkhardt, ich gehe gleich zur Post. Kann ich was für Sie mitnehmen?
Das muss Gedankenübertragung sein. Ich habe gerade geschrieben und wollte auch gehen.
Dann geben Sie mir doch mit. Ich flankiere Ihnen auf dem Postamt. Das Geld können Sie mir später wiedergeben.
Wunderbar. Schönen Dank.
Nicht zu danken. Bitte.
Wiederschauen.
And so, my darling, it is sure now that I will be with you again someday. You must write quickly and tell me how long I must stay with him before I can get a divorce and not have them be able to send me from America. In a way, it will be worse being in the United States, so close to you, wanting to be in your arms, and still so far away. Perhaps you could come to St. Paul sometime, and we could meet in a theater or a store every so often.
Where have you been? I was worried.
A lot of papers to fill out. Fine.
You have to wait. The Burgermeister's hitching somebody else.
I didn't know whether you had time to buy a ring. I brought this. It was handed down to me from my grandmother.
Beautiful. Where did you get it?
My grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy, I'm so happy. But also a little sad that you are going back to America tomorrow.
Yes.
When will I come? In a month?
I think it will be longer than that.
Oh, no, Danny, no.
I'm afraid so.
Where will you go? St. Paul?
Maybe St. Paul. I might go to St. Louis.
Why St. Louis?
Why not? It's a nice place to live, don't you imagine?
Give it to me.
No.
What is this? St. Paul, St. Louis.
I hope you get your wish and find a way to get out of Germany.
And I hope you don't. We could do without you, too. I'm afraid your grandmother handed you down a lot besides that wedding ring. Gerda, where are you going?
Oh, I've got to find Danny. I can't let him go like this. He mustn't judge people by a person, good or bad. For what she did, there is no excuse. But to know how she could do it, he must look back. And when we grew up, only lies were taught, and to tell the truth was to disappear. Only the end was important, they told us. How we reached the end made no difference. Cruelty was everywhere, and to betray your friends was not bad. Feelings of others meant nothing. And, oh, Hank, I've got to talk to him. For some, there has not been time enough yet to unlearn these things. And for some...
Gerda! You going back to your place, I'll see you later. Mac, come on, let's grab this taxi.
Oh, Gerda. Bye.
Bye, Danny.
See you sometime.
No, I don't think so. I'll stay here. I want to see one day the right kind of Germany. Maybe I can't help much, but I want to see it. And if everybody who wants something different and better looks for it someplace else, what happens here? No, I'll stay. Goodbye, Danny.
Goodbye.
Bitte, hör mal zu. Wir mussten abends Blockade aufgehoben. Wie hast du eben am Radio gehört?
Hey, there's one up. Looks like you'll get away.
Yeah. How about you?
I forgot to tell you I switched to permanent duty. Well, they got some new GCA equipment coming in. They want me to help get the kinks out of it, that's all. Why don't you watch what you're doing?
Entschuldigen Sie bitte. Es tut mir sehr leid.
Ist schon gut, aber seien Sie mal vorsichtiger. Wohin Sie der Bürste schieben?
Jawohl, Herr Sergeant.
Well, I suppose if we're ever going to sell these stoops, a new way of living, you got to be a pretty good salesman. Anyway, it won't kill me to try it for a while.
Hiya, Mac. Going back with us?
Yeah. I seem to remember us standing like this once before. You shouting advice at me. Guess you were right.
No, we were both wrong. You were too easy, and like Gerda says, I was acting like a stormtrooper. I suppose the answer lies somewhere between us. Say, if we never made mistakes, we'd be second lieutenants.
Well, see you, Hank.
Goodbye, Danny.
Hey, come here, will ya?
What do you want, meathead?
What is Kraus yelling about?
Die Russen haben die Blockade aufgehoben. Willi hat das über dem Radio gehört.
He says somebody heard over the radio the Russians are going to lift the blockade.
Danke.
What are you thanking us for?
Say, you think this thing is really over?
When they start putting the seats back in these things, then I'll believe it. Well, I don't know. If they can take off when the birds won't even fly, I guess a blockade isn't much of a weapon.